Welcome back to Legacy of Worlds, where our intrepid heroes have just plunged into the depths of the nocturnal sea. The frigid water and the severe winter weather, the clouds overhead blotting out all trace of moon, sun, or stars, and the pitch darkness cascading over their eyes. Even dark vision struggles to pierce the veil of the nocturnal sea's endless void.
Just ruined his entire opening speech, right? With all of our folly.
An immediate chill washes over you, and your constructs struggle to stay afloat.
Oh,
Dirty.
I didn't say they're sinking. I said they're struggling to stay afloat.
what are they thinking about?
About 30 feet.
Well, luckily I have a foaming boat.
Are you floating an idea?
Let me just take a quick look at exactly.
I believe it has like 3 different modes. You can set it up as like a little like a canoe or like a keel boat.
As well wades with his armor. Merrick's!
I'm like, just a second, hang on, I'm reading the instruction manual. It's like,
I can just see Merrick's. He's drinking with his feet. He's holding the papers up.
boat holds 6.
That's not 6.
That's fine. We'll put my construct in the boat, and I don't need to be in the boat.
I don't need to be in the boat, but I'll hang in the boat with my contract.
Shove over.
What else? What did you get?
closer to that Shadowdale for the camera. There.
Oh, yeah, sure.
There we go. Because when you did the 6 thing, it didn't catch it. The audience didn't see it.
I just
We did this.
The audience definitely know. I totally did that, and somehow. Yeah, but there's no proof now.
Damn it, I'm looking for the six-fingered man.
That's what I done. It was amazing. 6 fingers. How did he do it? That's why they were made.
Just whipped up a false finger immediately.
Yeah. So yes, I will
Second
let
level spell.
the kill boat and start trying to haul
Okay.
people's.
I will hoist them all in with my enormous strength
Yes.
into the boat, and if there's no room for me, that's fine.
Oh, I got this covered.
Yeah, of course.
I'll pull out my little... I can't believe this. Who is this from again?
Jerry Savage.
She remembers.
Hey, Jerry.
This is a little citrine actual figurine of a Pegasus that when I saw, I lost my mind and bought it immediately. This is exactly what the figurine of Wondrous Power would look like. So he pulls out Banquo and he whispers, and unfortunately this one doesn't crack apart, explode into an actual Pegasus.
No?
Or fortunately.
But
Damn it, Jerry.
we have to... Jerry, you get up your game. He summons, it cracks apart and golden light splashes, illuminating the Nocturne Sea in this beacon of awesome as Lohol emerges mounted upon the Pegasus. And it flaps its wings, and I will hoist up and hover while we figure out how to keep all these shield guardians alive. Now, if it holds 6, and
It holds 6.
the 4 guardians are on there, I think I can carry.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 guardians and you 2. Oh, wait.
Well, you've got to be drifting around, and you're
Got a flying.
I have a broom also. Come on, like everybody.
3 ever smoking pipes. They could probably hold up my construct.
And the Pegasus
3 of them.
can flame carry signs wrong.
trust that your construct is actually smoking, like sitting there with the pipe in there, stuck in their plot.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Man with a pipe.
Yeah. I think that among all of your various options, the water.
Does your shield guardian ride?
Not if I want the Pegasus to stay afloat.
Yeah, let's be aware. These things are heavy.
Yeah, but
I would almost argue that
that's
4
fine.
of
They
them.
could go in the boat.
The boat is retaining a little bit of water as they all sway it down.
I don't know. I don't think that's how boats work.
Hanging around. We're carrying 3 of them, and I'll be in there with 3 of them.
Depends how
Good sailor.
tall the gunnel is.
I'm a boat.
You want me to say explain? I'm not going to explain now.
Yeah.
I can't.
We're both to have a boat off here.
If there's enough weight, it'll lower it below the point where the water overflows onto
The
the.
weight is then dispersed amongst the surface area of
Yes.
the boat. Okay.
It's a small boat
Right.
though.
Okay.
Regardless, it's fine.
How much is the weight of one of these guardians? Let's do that.
European Guardian or
Hey, everybody, we're doing entertaining television here.
They are.
This is the most comments we're going to get because everyone's going to start arguing about the kill boat mass rate versus
Look,
ratio of
we've
their
got-
shield guardians.
Brooms of flying, sky staffs, ever-smoking pipes, a keel boat, spectral Pegasus.
That's a good question. I would have to check.
I don't know which was I use this for us. Yeah,
Create them?
I'm gonna say
I'm going to.
Guardians aren't specific to
I can't feel like 300 pounds.
I don't know about that. That's like a human can weigh 300 pounds.
Yeah,
These things are like gigantic solid metal constructs.
pounds.
I was thinking in the realm of like 600.
Fine, that's 600 pounds in a
Oh, we're screwed. I just have to, we will figure out the secondary things. They're large.
Yeah, they are.
So that's the point. I mean, a large creature is for the keel boat's holding 6.
That's it.
That's why it's at 4.
If the keel boat, if the boat can hold 4 medium creatures, it can definitely hold 4 large.
I think you can fit the 4 shield guardians, cram them on the keel boat.
Well, 3, because he's got his.
He's got his.
Yeah,
Pegasus has low hold. Elise can take her sky staff.
Yep.
You've got yours.
I could also just walk on the ground under the water and not breathe.
Would you like to walk on the bottom of the Nocturnal Sea?
I do not. I'm saying I could, not that I would.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I can cast gaseous form. Effects all worn or carried, so I'll just...
You're going to kill
Shenanigans.
The point is,
No, this whole episode's got to be just let's figure out
the logistics of
Keith will drive you. It'll drive Merrick's crazy.
I mean, look, you guys managed to go to the North Pole of Mystara. I feel like you can manage to get a boat and some flying capabilities. You do emerge from the Nocturnal Sea completely drenched as the icy glacial winds cast over you, shivering you to the bone.
See, I figured it out.
Also, we could just teleport.
To create a rigging so we make a raft out of the shield guardians and they can paddle with their feet.
And then we can rudder them with our hands.
Creating a sort of buoyant tank.
Oh yeah, can you put a little propeller on the back? What about?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, speaking of making things.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me a.
Well, when we take a long rest, I gotta take a long rest to make your shield.
And we're not going to take a long rest for the rest of the
I
show.
want to work on a new bag of.
Are you sure she made a shield? Because she just stopped. She said, you're going to make me a shield.
Shield.
Okay,
Yep.
just checking.
I need a new shield.
Okay. All right.
Banks of fog rise from the cold water. Almost without warning, completely engulfing the keel boat and anyone within a reasonable radius of the
good.
water. Completely blinding any and all sight. As thick as pea soup, this mist coalesces.
So her chest light and my sword light are just basically turning into fog lights.
Yes, essentially.
Vegan.
With the mild amount of light, you are able to at least see the dark waters around you as you can slowly make your way. Now, would you like to make your history check on the Nocturnal Sea?
I would.
You can have advantage,
Thank you.
as it is of the mist.
As it is of the mist.
Holy cow.
Can I please have the dice cam? Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
Please, everybody, push this into a dice cam.
Yeah. Push that over.
A 1 or a 20?
I almost said it's not going to matter if I have advantage or not.
Only 2 ones.
Oh wow, yeah, that is great.
I have never been here.
Go ahead and give you.
Elise has never
You
been.
you know nothing of the Nocturnal Sea.
Well, Elminster's been to Ravenloft before. Should he have a go?
Gotta go. You won't get advantage.
No, of course.
But he has like plus 500.
Just because I live in Ravenloft doesn't mean I've been to every single place in Ravenloft.
17 just means you have advantage.
According to this piece.
Right, but if you roll a 1, that's only an 18.
The sage.
Oh, so a 19?
Yeah.
All right, well, you know a few things. You just don't know everything. Good. The Nocturnal Sea. It is a dark, I mean, we'll skip over the stuff you've already figured out. That it is,
Sure.
there's a frigid body of water and very swaddled in mist. You know a few other things, though, such as it is one of the most treacherous seas in all of Ravenloft, even more so than the Sea of Sorrows, because there is almost zero visibility, no light pierces the clouds of the sky, and there are jagged rocks and frigid blizzards that constantly harass the weather of the area. Its Dark Lord is Meridoth, who you're at least aware of. He's the guy you're here to see, of whom is a wizened old mage, and you have been told that he's an Alphatian, which would mean that he is of substantial power, maybe not quite rivaling that of Elminster, but surely a significantly powerful archmage of his own right, and that he is a dread necromancer, which is not only a wizard of the knowledge of necromancy, but one who has almost nearly perfected its art, and who usually is on the cutting edge of all the new necromancy techniques and options available for mages to then sort of trickle its way down to all the other mages and things to understand.
I brought a few copies of Seeker Weekly. He might actually be interested if he wants to be on the cutting edge. I mean,
Yeah.
doesn't get anything.
Does Elminster know what he did to get here?
I think you generally kind of make it an interest, but I don't know how much you keep up on this Mystara. A fair bit, I think, right? Especially the Five Shires.
Especially the Five Shires, but Alphatia, yes.
Alphatia, yes, yeah. That would make sense. You would definitely want to keep an eye on all of those 30th level wizards on the council.
Yes, because the Glantry are the ones you have to really worry about.
Right.
But Glantry.
Well,
Alphatia's sort of the Roman Empire. They want to impose their will.
Meridoth probably would have found himself quite at home in Glantry. He, for his magical prowess, he was granted a barony in Norwold, which is an island off the coast of the main portion of Alphatia. Very, very much a backwater, very undeveloped. And the idea was that people would come to his island in order to, because he was on an island off the coast of Norwold, so that people would come there to settle, and he would kind of be in charge of ensuring that things went well. He was definitely known for his necromancy abilities, and later on, a callous disregard for the value of life. Many of his, it usually goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Many of his retainers were not as loyal as he thought they should be, and so he figured they'd be more loyal if they were undead.
Undead, yes.
At what point he was able to develop all manner of unique and grandiose forms of necromancy before his entire island was swaddled in a strange fog that blew in off the ocean, and he was never seen again.
In North.
In Norwold.
Yeah. Got it.
That was the island of Nebligetoad.
I love that place.
Yes, I know.
Little cottage, little Nemo stove. I've been investing.
Yeah, Nebligetoad was the name of the island. Yes, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Okay, well,
There's a whole
Elminster.
unerring direction is the innate ability. So I always know where north is.
That's useful because that does work here.
May I propose before we go see this Meridoth that we determine what we feel he may think would make us worthy to get the ritual that we need him to do for us. Because what he thinks is worthy and what we think are worthy are probably two different things.
We don't quite know what he thinks is worthy until we have dialogue.
Well, from what we know about him,
Yes, of course. Would be an excellent trade for someone of that power.
right. We know that he wanted an army of weave breakers. I think was what.
Well, it seemed like the Weebreaker, known as Alexander or the Prophet, was intending to take his army of Weebreakers and basically just say, like, I don't care that you're an Alphatian archmage. You're going to do what we say because that means nothing to us.
And with the level of Eltherian support you have, there'd be no chance for this wizard to...
I forgot that it was I wasn't taking the army as a gift. I was taking the army as an.
Yes.
as a threat, right? Or also a show of worthiness, maybe.
Little from column A, little from column B.
So I mean, we've got the Sword of the Emperor. We also have this orb.
The Orb of Khalid Ma. And as you take it out, there's this faint little whispering that works its way into your mind.
But whoa! Do we want to give this guy the orb?
Ooh. What do you think about that, Orby?
Orby. You feel a sense of conflict. It seems like it would enjoy being in the hands of an archmage, but does not enjoy being trapped within the mists of Ravenloft.
Yeah, I see. Very probably that. But chat within Mr. Ravenloft.
Yes, but wouldn't this help let him out?
Is that really a thing that happens these days?
You had determined that
With the orb?
the orb has many others of its kind that you believe are on Athas. And if all of them were gathered together, it would release the Sorcerer King Khalid Ma as a dragon, which would likely be enough of a thing to tear open Khalidne, if not wherever it might be.
But do we really think, our friend on the island here is somehow going to track them all down? And I mean, he's just looking for a hobby or something like that. Anyhow, I guess I'll call you Cal, just because you're only a piece of Calibut.
It would appear to be the case.
Oh,
Yeah, Cal.
we were to identify that elbow.
Oh, that's right. That's what we were saying. Yes.
Just as a point of order, are you still all dripping wet, or did somebody prestidigitate to clean you all up? Just making sure, because if you're
We're not
dripping in
letting
frigid
people
water and in ice in the environment, yeah.
Dungeon Master, I have a question about how a spell works.
Okay.
The spell glyph, the glyph of warding, is triggered when something is opened or revealed, if you hide it, like in a chest or a book.
Yeah.
Can also be inscribed on the inside of a scabbard for when a sword is unsheathed.
Could be.
I would like to store a spell in my own scabbard that is triggered when I reveal Amberfang.
Okay.
I would like to store the bless spell. Meaning that when I object interact my sword, bless
Sounds
for free.
great. There is a material cost on each cast.
Oh, understood.
300 gold, I believe.
It's fine.
I'm just letting you know. That'll fill the rest of the scab. I'm just letting you know.
No, I know, but I just want to know that most people, when they cast Glyph of Warding, is protective wards or alarm.
The obviously the famous use is I have a book of 500 pages that are all empty, and I spend years casting it on every single individual page, fireball, and then I throw it at somebody, and they all activate at once, activating 500 fireballs.
That's
Oh, that's
That's
But I'm thinking, I mean, how many people have cast it, used it for a free bless or a free spell?
I used it earlier this week out of this game for just an explosion, and it worked amazingly.
All right, I'm going to look for a really interesting spell that doesn't require concentration that triggers when Loho draws his blade for combat. Because I think if her bless goes off, free bless is amazing.
Yeah, no, that's totally worth it.
All right, folks. The Glyph of Warding is now Glyph of Awesome.
It is, yes.
Lowell brought up a very
Saying bless
good,
is concentration.
Oh, it is
but-
concentration.
good conversation topic that we had while walking through the mists to get here, which is we believe we should figure out what this elbow is. Could you identify the elbow?
Because if it is to do with,
Yeah.
then we should keep it. If it's random elbow, it could be something we trade to this Dark Lord.
I'm just worried that maybe it's being used to track us, or is there why would somebody just be hanging onto a random
Well,
desiccated elbow?
here's the thing.
Very weird.
I have read an epistle called the Toenail of Vecna, and I have heard tell in taverns of the hangnail of Vecna. So, yes, the elbow we should investigate, because it could be the elbow of Vecna, or it could be the elbow of Frank. Or
We're at the Krynn listening time. Have you ever met Frank? That guy is a
Sorry, this is the left elbow of Vance.
ow. Yes, I met Ballpark Frank. He was
sort of just to stretch my jaws. We are about to explore Frank. As let's be frank. So,
frankly,
my dear. So first off is that I will expend a creation to make the little framework to actually make the constructs, the shield constructs, like a
yes.
thing, and get some ballast tanks, because I am proficient with sea vehicles.
Oh, okay, yeah, then absolutely.
And then what I'm actually do is cast Tiny Hide.
and have a tiny hut up on the deck, if you will. So we have a
This nice yacht that you've constructed.
keeps us, you know, anyone who wants to be on the good ship Shield Guardian can enjoy. You know, I can probably whip up a couple chairs.
You know, I think we should see
They're
this.
good fishing in this.
Go fishing? See, you don't know anything about the Nocturnal Sea.
I know.
All right, so tell us about Elbow.
Well, an elbow is a joint that
Is it the whole elbow, or is it just the elbow skin?
Just the elbow. It's the full elbow.
So the bone and everything.
Bone and everything. And the weenus.
And the weenus.
Do you want to buy? Wait till I'll.
Do you want to do an identify, Emma?
you start, and I will back clean up if necessary.
It's tick, obviously, and then
Mildly. It is a mist talisman of Kviticus. It is the left elbow of Vecna. However, it is worth knowing, Kviticus is gone. And so it would just send you into the mists at a random location if you were to use it as a mist talisman. It's a lie. This is known about mist talismans. However, if you were to figure out where Kviticus is, this would be your way of tracking it down.
so now we have a. Yeah, that's very useful.
Yes.
Okay, so we do not want to get.
But it is indeed the left elbow of Vecna.
And the shocking thing is, of course, that's what I said as a joke earlier. And what do you?
That's what it is.
All right.
He was listening.
So can I? Okay.
Which is
You just got to chop it off for me. I'm sure this is gonna work great.
so do an elbow transplant.
Okay, keep your bag shut.
Keep your bag shut, Eric's.
Because we don't want the bagmen.
Getting the left elbow of Vecna.
I have a Heward's handicap.
Do you stuff it in one of the front pouches?
You might get yours. You know,
That's the problem.
additional space he can get to, so we should be doing it.
Yeah, I think we were saying none of us were going to open our bags.
But I do know that all of you have like standard pouches that you could shove it into.
Backpack.
Yeah, I mean, an elbow is not a very big part of your anatomy. You could stuff it somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my.
Okay.
Someone sit-
Goodbye, 600 gold.
Okay.
I'm casting it twice and preparing two things. One on the scabbard of my sword and one on the dagger. On the scabbard of my dagger. I'm going to be putting mirror image in my scabbard of my sword, so when I draw Amberfang, I become mirror
That's
image.
great.
And the dagger is when I draw the dagger, the spell that goes off is mass healing word.
No, not
The main point here is he gets access to spells at like rapid pace.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is crazy good. It's expensive.
It's a very good sword.
You had with you here, Mick.
You.
Well,
We just making it.
Yeah, you can't ask
That's
us.
funny. I've got a few.
Yeah, you'll have a good. That's what I love.
I'm not going to be burned. I'm keeping track and I'm burning through things, but it's worth it for any sort of alpha strike. But the dagger is meant as the party's getting rocked. I just draw and drop the dagger because it's free and it just mass healing words everyone and keeps everyone afloat. That's
Sure, it's great.
that is going to come in real handy in the next Deadliest Dungeon.
It's the gold cost that gets you.
Yes, it is. It is. Wow.
Okay.
Cool idea though.
That's one of those any kind of programmable spells is like if you got the right kind of mindset, you can conquer the world with those things.
There goes some spell slots and it doesn't go away until the war gets released. So I could do this. I could just load myself up with war.
But it does mean that if anyone draws your sword, it will activate. It doesn't have
That's
to be you because it will break the seal. All right. The sound of water lapping against your makeshift boat is the only thing you hear as you sail towards where Elminster believes the island of Nebligtod would be, or whatever the heck its name is. Nebligtod?
Nejbledud.
Yes. A wind that, again, feels almost like that of a frost giant's breath. It's cold, but it's not a dry cold. It's a damp cold. Just continues to. It's like being in Vancouver. It just continues to wail against you as the fog is in all directions. You do have some bit of light. Are you kind of keeping an eye like up ahead on your Pegasus, sort of?
Yeah,
or-
and to keep in line with the Thundercats thing that's going off right now, I'll actually have the Amber Pummel as my, now that I'm going to sheath the sword, I'm going to have the Amber Pummel as my beacon of light, instead of holding the blade out like I normally do.
If you and Elise are kind of up in the lead to light the way Rudolph style, then you do eventually begin to see massive jagged rocks protruding almost dead ahead, like almost immediately they just loom out of the fog.
I don't know sailor talk, but stop the boat.
All right.
Drop anchor.
The boat stops and it just sort of lightly bumps into exceedingly sharp
I
rocks.
pull it back.
Sure.
With the staff. I just
You have reached what appears to be a rocky knoll. The waters around it have calmed down pretty decently. They're fairly placid, even though it's just dark. They're just very, very ebon and void-like. The island seems to be igneous in its origin, and there is snow encrusting every inch of it.
Very slippery.
Very very glacial. There is a pine forest that you can just make out to the edge of the fog, which seems to sort of be diminished as you move away from the water. So the island itself seems to kind of emerge out of the fog.
So this is a big knoll. This isn't the grassy knoll of yore.
It's a decent size. No.
Okay.
It looks like about a 20-foot layer of snow. Like it's significant. Like mountains jut out. These rocky outcroppings jut out into the water itself, and you can see just this piles of snow overhanging and sort of lightly dripping off of the edges where icicles have
It
formed.
looks like if it was disturbed, it would be a hell of an avalanche.
It would be. There is
Bug there?
Are there any knolls in the knolls?
there is
Nobody knows.
Any assassins?
There is some hail and kind of light bits of snow sort of swirling around, little bits of in the wind kind of being whipped around as shards of ice and snow cascade back and forth on shore. You have reached a wide beach that rises gradually to meet the pine forest, which rises in a steep hill. It is somewhat sandy right at the edge of the water before the snow and permafrost immediately begins to take over. There's a bit of frozen sand that just sort of marks that border. And then the thick pines at the end, that sort of the forest that lies beyond.
So you said 20 feet of snow?
Yes.
We can't walk on that.
Do we have, we could make some snowshoes?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, that's 20 feet.
I'm never going to get this shield because we keep making other things.
It's permafrost. So it's like Antarctica.
So the snow is packed.
Yes.
Okay, we can just walk on this. It'll be a little rough, but
You'll probably want some kind of displacement.
the shield areas might have a problem.
Snowshoe, well, again, Johnny Snowshoe, so we can work on this. But if we want to take a rest, I can make tiny huts to make sure we're warm, but it would give me time to do all the make some snowshoes and stuff. I do kind of need some time, and I can make you a shield and do some research because I haven't read
Are
about.
we talking about like a longer rest?
That's what I was.
Have we not taken one yet?
You had one at Firen's place before you went to Caladnay.
Also, it's been a while.
It's been at least 2 dread domains.
It's time.
I tapped out.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we were saying we
Just never read them. Tiny suit. So yeah, I'll throw out. Because I can burn the rest of my slots here. So yeah, I'll throw out. I was thinking I might make a dozen glyphs of warding or something.
It's inspiration, I see. While he's doing that, idea. I'm going to put some alarms around the area
Okay.
with my augury points as an Aeon Sage. I'm going to trace into the snow and create alarms so that if anybody crosses toward, even though we will have huts and be well hidden, if anything makes its way over, we will be protected, friends.
Okay. So, just quickly doing the little things. I am just gonna whip up a +2 shield for a beast, which is just.
Just to verify, you've created the tiny huts already, and then in the tiny huts is where you're going to be doing all this stuff?
So I'm making tiny hut is I'm going to turn it out as emanation.
Yes.
And so I was thinking
I can create one.
like Well, if you create one, but I was thinking like basically we want like sort of 3 tiny huts together would be enough for us all to be comfortable.
Including the shield guardians.
I don't know that the shield guardians need to be in the tiny huts.
I agree.
They're big. Like we'd have to make a bunch more for them, but
You need one per.
Oh, don't worry about that.
and they're they'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, the cold will not really cause them any issues.
Now, so is that an issue?
You create the tiny huts. 3, you're saying, so you're kind of splitting into groups of 1, and you're in 1, so you have all your stuff strewn around, and then the other 3 can.
That sort of makes sense.
The only issue with creating the tiny huts and leaving the shield guardians outside is that they are not discreet.
No, that's true. I mean, the huts aren't super discreet either, but he's making alarms.
That's okay. The alarms are about 20 feet.
They can just, I mean, frankly, they can lie down.
Yes, I was just going to say,
Sure.
lie down.
Okay.
Yeah.
You set up all your stuff. The rest of you sort of take a load off and then enjoy the shield from the wind as the tiny huts. I believe you can see out of them, but they're opaque from the outside, right? Is that how it works? Okay. And you're doing this on top of the snow?
I was figuring on top of the snow. So, yeah.
Okay.
I will use the staff of Mistress Herald to levitate my tiny hut and me above the snow.
Okay.
Just, about 6 inches above this.
You get about 10 to 15 minutes into your little rest when the snow beneath the 2 that are not levitating completely gives way to soft powder, and you begin to fall 20 feet, slamming into the ground, upon which the snow then becomes hard as stone, and you begin suffocating.
Okay. So,
Elminster floats above all of this.
of course he does.
And that includes the shield guardians. Everything just immediately sinks to the bottom of the snow, where the snow becomes as hard as stone.
Saturday, you could have told us. Didn't you know all about this place?
No, nothing about it.
The tiny hut protects us from that.
The tiny hut does not cover the bottom. It only covers the outside.
So
Depends on who you ask.
So no, we're not suffocating.
Oh, that's fair. You're just surrounded. Yeah, okay. You're just beneath the earth.
Because when the tiny hut goes away, the snow's going to collapse.
That's right.
But we should have spheres that I believe we should.
Yes, I believe that is correct. So I believe you are now just using, unless the tiny hut stays in place.
We find out.
Like, I don't know if if the earth beneath the tiny hut
Buried.
gives way, does it go with the earth, or does it stay where it's been created?
It stays where it's been created. If we follow Lundlakovka. Way back.
Okay.
I would think he would know. And B, yes, it says springs into existence around you and remains stationary for the duration.
But if the floor is gone,
Doesn't matter. It remains.
It's stationary, even if it's in midair.
But on the other hand, if we're down at the bottom of a pit with a tiny hut above, it's still
But you're not in a pit because the snow became powder with zero ability to hold your weight as you fell to the bottom, at which point it solidifies as hard as stone.
okay.
says here, hold on, the atmosphere inside the
It really depends if you rule the tiny hut as having a floor or actually being an emanation that is a full circle.
It has a floor
Many
because it
debates.
says you're free to move around. It keeps you completely. The atmosphere inside the emanation is comfortable and dry, regardless of the weather outside. So it has to have a floor to it, otherwise the weather would affect it.
Okay.
It also says until the spell ends, you can command the interior to have dim light or darkness. No action required. The emanation is opaque from the outside.
So,
It's the color.
what is unquestionable is the shield guardians.
In that case, the shield guardians are at the bottom of the snow, which has now been solidified as stone. Well, that's not necessarily.
We do have mold earth.
And you would see this happen then from your positions in the tiny huts.
Mm-hmm.
I think they would still fall.
The hut, you think the whole hut would fall?
I think the whole hut would fall. We just wouldn't feel anything. We would.
It says remain stationary.
But does it float? This is gonna.
Yeah. That's the whole point. They will float anywhere. You may. In fact, we did have an adventure at a long ago Gen Con, where somebody was asleep in a tiny hut, and the tiny hut was no longer where it had been cast, and they walked out the front door and fell to their death.
Oh, okay. That would be a really rude thing to do, because the hut was just.
I think would. All right. I think all of that out of the way. What we can say happens is this all occurs, but you are all very safe within your tiny huts, as the shield guardians are now 20 feet below solid stone-like snow.
Oh no!
That's interesting.
Oh, looks like that trap was triggered. I will be flying above the snow going forward.
So let's see. Do our shield guardians have enough strength if we command them with the?
Yeah, not quickly.
So first of all, the idiot interaction thing is easy come, easy go. I mean, among other things, they're large. It's not really. It's awkward having 4 large guys.
Yeah, that's right.
Mr. Smalexander somehow did it, but I think we didn't. The thing about it, though, that I can feel.
Where else he now?
So here's my question: is it possible to shut them down? Because it's not very kind to them to leave them conscious, buried underwater. Now, they are not super sentient. I mean, so you all don't worry, but they're still conscious. So can I?
I think you can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
Merrick, I am so proud of you.
we've been,
We've been through it.
and we'll see what happens. But as I said, I at least want them to be, at peace.
Okay. You do get the tiny hut lasts for the duration 8 hours. Then you are able to get 8 hours of rest, undisturbed.
So, quick bunch of things just working through. +2 shield for you.
Thank you.
So that'll give you a +4 AC all told.
Hey.
AC. Second.
Hell yeah.
Well, now we no longer need. That's one item. So I can definitely make a pair of snowshoes. I'm willing to spend a creation to make a couple more dollars of snowshoes. So
I mean, I can just float on Banquo.
yeah, sure, fine.
Right now, and depending on how long we're traveling for, I only get
No,
for
for the shield guardians, we can all actually sky staff and pipe and stuff. So okay, let's not worry about this
Okay.
then. But there are 2 other just small things. So first of all, I would love to, using replicate magic item, make a new bag of holding, just to sort of see, test can we actually make one that works? So I do just want to test that. All right. All right. Can we? I don't know. Can I toss in like?
Because they jump from bag to bag.
Yes.
You can't open up one and then open up another and have him jump in and then trap him in there.
That's a great idea.
And then the other one opens. But if you open the other one, he can come right back.
It transports between interdimensional pods.
No. You put one bag of holding in your new bag of holding. That's the thing. And then when the bagman's gone somewhere, you make new bag of holding.
Well, it is worth trying. So I'll make a second bag and I'll open that one up, and I will put like a turkey leg or something.
Because that's what he wants.
Nice. Give me friends. Leg.
Then I guess we'll drop in the one bag in the other bag.
Is this an intelligent creature?
I don't know.
Is it considered a humanoid?
No.
Well,
I mean, I would try to cast friendship on it.
I don't think that. Yeah. Well,
He's already our friend.
But yeah, well now he's got to check on Mike. But I will drop the one bag in the other bag just to.
That opens a gate to the astral plane.
You don't want to do that. You lose all your stuff.
I don't have any stuff in this bag. It's a new.
Wait a minute. Is that not our way out of Ravenloft?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I actually think it would probably do something a little different. Probably more like it would open it up to like the mists themselves or something. Like
Let's.
So this isn't a humanoid?
Place.
it's not a humanoid.
Okay, but I do have 2 bags, and I do just take a little bit of time just to see. Open one, can of Coke, let's see. Oh, he does come out. Oh, what about this one? Oh, so he is hopping from.
So you're taunting him. That's what.
Could you open it just enough to like reach in and grab something that you need from her?
Well, I don't have anything.
He's just playing a game of bag man in the middle.
Fresh empty bags.
No, I mean from your other one, to get him out of the other one temporarily before he jumps back.
If you want to give me a sleight of hand, you could pick one item out of your bag of holding. You could grab.
One item.
I'm so bad at sleight of hand.
It's like 1 gold.
And that is a critical.
You can have 2 items. That's it.
Well, that's a 35 or something.
Yeah, you can take 2 items.
Okay. It's cool. All right. Anyhow, that was fun. We'll check in on him tomorrow. I'm gonna figure out what he likes.
Call him Baggy.
All right.
So we are flying over the knoll.
The huts rescind. You all achieve some method of flight and head off into the island. Whereupon it's not too long before, within a clearing of the pine trees, you see 2 mausoleums, structures shaped like rectangular boxes with flat roofs covered by feet of snow. They appear to be made of white stone blocks.
This is my kind of place.
Nothing else other than that. Is there entranceways?
There are 2 entranceways, each of them flanked with massive statues made of the same white-ish stone.
Are there undead within 60 feet of me?
Sort of.
Can you detect through some
Sort of.
It's like, no, almost as if nothing's moving in and out of the radius. So there is, there's a large complex of some sort.
There are undead around.
This is where we need to speak to this fellow, this necromancer. Is there a way to summon him? Just maybe knock on the door.
Do I mean we can just call his name and say we are here for a visit?
You know, we do like a thaumaturgy.
Could we do a reading first, perhaps for some guidance?
Here we go. Some guidance. Here's a shuffle up a little bit. I've been shuffling it because
I believe this reading has been helping guide our path, and it'd be nice to see what angle we should take on with this. What's his name? Malachor?
Meridas. Who wants to cut? Do you want to cut again?
A cut again?
Why not? I need to make sure. You cut so strangely.
Realized that there was a normal way to.
Okay.
First one.
Speaking of cutting, the first card is the cut ties.
Upside down, of course.
Now, I want to say that we are to cut ties to something. It is inversed, which means to me both things. As I've said, it doesn't always mean the opposite. It means to look at things from a different way. The cut ties card does depict a sword.
The Emperor's sword.
Perhaps this is the Emperor's sword. Perhaps we need to cut ties with the swords and then bind a tie with Meridoth by presenting it as a signal of worth, friendship. But this is something to consider. The second card. Another sword.
The hell? Cast away
negativity with the sword. We need to cast away this sword.
I completely agree. I was just gonna say.
I just got chills again.
Ridiculous. Emperor's sword, for sure.
It's a negative sword. It is a sword in the picture. It's telling us to give it away. Cut ties with the sword. Cast away the sword. Last card. It is the reversed of balanced emotions. For you, this seems like you. Interestingly, there is a sea creature on this card. And we are in the Nocturnal Sea. It says the inverse of balanced emotions. To me, this says, okay, in order to, we need to just know, we need to look deep into whatever your emotional ties are to this sword. Maybe it is time to just not have it. This is how I interpret this reading. I think this one is good. In fact, so good. I'm going to take a picture of it.
Post that on the Discord.
My goodness.
All right. Well then, we'll go down to the door, and with the Kilians of the sword, ting, 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 ting.
There's a hollow resounding. The door is very stone-like in its construction.
and then I'll back up. Keep the sword at a non-threatening.
The sword, the door begins to meld and swish, almost as if like kind of snow being crunched and pushed around by some invisible force into that of two piercing blue ice-like eyes that open up and a mouth of snow-like lips and frigid, icy teeth. Who knocks upon the door of Meridoth?
We are companions of the multiverse.
Indeed, an archmage, an artificer, paladin, and cleric. You arrived on my island precisely 8 hours ago.
Yes. We seek an audience and wish to barter.
Oh, yes.
Meriadoth, we wish to barter.
Indeed.
Dormammu, we've come to bargain. No. Meriadoth, we've come to bargain.
And you would enter my sanctum then to engage in a trade.
If we could do it here, that would be nice, but...
This would depend on what you seek, for I agree with your immediate plan.
Am I doing the entire conversation?
You're doing so well.
I am not as good at talking.
We wish to go to...
We need to do the ritual
We need to complete the ritual of protection
from Castle Aebrynis.
from Castle Aebrynis. Tommy can't remember the damn notes.
He's a good Castle Aebrynis.
We need to go to Castle...
will protect us.
We are seeking entrance to Castle Aebrynis.
Of course you are.
And it's in Trogdor, is that right?
What's in Darkon?
Nice try.
And so you have come to the dread necromancer Meridoth, of his ancient Alphatian knowledge. Yes, that makes sense. I assume you've brought something to offer in exchange for this, because the catalyst for such a ritual would indeed be tricky.
We missed such a good opportunity because we lost our guardians. Because we could have been like, we bring you these. These droids, right?
These droids.
I mean, on that note, I have the fort.
Yeah.
So yes, I will. I can.
Let's offer it first.
I think there's a good chance he's the one who set the trap.
But now he can control them.
Wait, did we say
That's not going to work. No, try, but
We should throw those.
we should offer it as part of it, because then at least he will probably take them out and they won't be trapped down there forever. So I mean,
Yeah.
why is it not to at least have them have a better existence? So I mean, we'll say, well, first, we brought to offer to you part of the offering that we intended to give, or 4 fine shield guardians. You have obviously claimed them already.
Indeed.
But we do have the amulets associated with them, without which they will be no use to you. And we would offer these just as a gesture.
You see the snow-like mouth almost like do a Grinch-like upturned curve that just goes and goes and goes.
So just as an initial.
Your tribute is well accepted. But I trust that was not your original intent.
no. However, we must open the negotiation with... Have you ever heard of a steel called Rennick?
I can't say I'm familiar. Is this some new form of
It is an
red steel?
It is an arthritic alloy that will...
Something made with rad.
It will... No. This could unmake you.
I didn't know that Arthur had anything to do with it.
No.
Arthritic. This could make you. Unmake you. There were a group that were going to come here to destroy you under threat if you did not give them the safe passage. For proof, if you were willing to feel uncomfort for a short period of time, we could show you what this steel could do.
Ooh.
It comes from a very backwater planet called Imaria.
Intriguing. I have not heard of such thing.
I'll pull out the Emperor's sword, and then like unveil some of the cloth to show the green glow.
I will actively, even through performance, like recoil from it to show that I don't want to touch
This
it.
is the greatest blight my world has ever seen. This was going to be used to force you into submission. And you are very wise. You would know that certain things can be forced into submission. May I approach?
I sense the one among you contains power similar to that of the Alphatian Empire.
I believe
You may enter on but the condition that if I see his hands and mouth move at the same time, he will be ejected, as will all of you, to the darkest depths of the nocturnal sea.
Would you be more comfortable if I stood outside?
Yes.
Then I shall. But permit me to have the door open so I can see and hear the negotiations.
Would you acquiesce to a force cage?
I don't think we need to be doing this. We simply just want...
What shapes is it?
We have no intention of destroying you. Part of the negotiation was to leave this with you, to protect it. And this can destroy even Dreadlords.
There is a tingling glow, at that especially. There's a tingling glow as the familiar sigil of a teleportation circle opens beneath you, and there's sort of like a... As you find yourself no longer out in the cold snow, but instead a vast dark room where your nose stings and your eyes water as putrid stenches surround all of you. The odors of rotting flesh, ammonia, stagnant swamp water, and mildew, amongst many others. A ghastly array of equipment, tools, and bubbling experiments are all around, row after row of shelves, bottles, jars, caskets, canisters filled with chemicals and herbs, many containing human and animal organs, methodically sorted and neatly labeled. Many more jars with a variety of symbols seem to hold only blood. The wide end of the room holds many experimentation tables, some topped with marble and others topped with granite. Some of them contain cadavers in various states of dissection. Others contain those that still appear to be living as their wails and screams echo off of the walls. An incredible array of knives and scalpels, varieties of which you have never seen before, fill a rack at least 15 feet long. A wizened old man dressed in black and purple robes with leather moccasins upon his feet, a long white beard, very reminiscent of Elminster's, droops from his chin, and piercing blue eyes mark his cruel, almost soulless gaze as he is midst cut. Is in the midst of having his finger slowly pushing necrosis upon the flesh of a still living person who screams in agony as he just sort of looks up.
Please don't do that in our presence.
My apologies, the sound is disturbing, isn't it? Silence. And he'll cast the silence spell and continue. Very good.
Don't do that in our presence, please.
I will do what I want. I am lord of this domain.
Understood, but for negotiation purposes, this is not the way to do it.
Very well, you are a man of business, I see.
Correct.
He'll pull his long, slender, pale finger tipped with rotten, purple, lengthy claws, almost like that of a cadaver, as he will then give you his full attention. Now then, show me this blade with the power to destroy Dark Lord.
I'll walk up to him, and I'll reveal the steel. Put that finger on this blade and feel its power.
Don't mind if I do. And there's a split second where his almost corpse-like countenance just sort of shifts. There's this bulge of his eyes. It's like sort of you see that rivulets, the familiar arthritic agony surge through him. It is antithesis. This blade could slay an immortal.
Yes.
But I cannot wield it.
Never.
However, this is interesting. Let's make a deal. I know precisely what we shall do. You require the dread necromancy ritual to negate the negative energy of Castle Aebrynis, a creation of Azalin Rex, Dark Lord of Darkon, and thus wreathed in that flood of energy upon his supposed escape, or whatever he might have accomplished. For that ritual, I shall need something that binds you to Azalin's power. Normally, that would be rather tricky. But there are relics of his power still among, even after the destruction rocked the entire plane caused by Vecna's escape. What is it with liches?
What is it with liches?
Son of a lich is it with liches? Yeah,
I like him.
that section
I just
I will
book is no good.
require a death shard, a soul-draining dagger created by Azalin for the use of his secret Ebonfold assassins, as part of one of the plans he used to try to escape some time ago. They were used by assassins in the capital of Falkovnia, Lekar. It is difficult to find them, but one is held by the Dark Lord of Falkovnia, Vledeska Drakov. Now, under normal circumstances, she would be unwilling to part with it or even treat with one of my kind, given the fact that her domain is forever under the sway of undead abominations torrenting and thrusting against her walls at all months.
Thrusting against her walls.
It should be simple for foreigners to approach her with a blade of such power to destroy the undead in a single swipe and fetch something that will be useful to me.
You want us to use this blade to threaten to get this dagger?
Not at all. I want you to give it as a peace offering gift. Something that would be useful to her, but that she cannot use against me in exchange for something that she has that I would very much desire. A simple trade. It should be significantly more simple than what I would otherwise have you do, which is to break into her vault and steal it and bring it back at the behest of all of her soldiers.
Sounds good to me.
All right. We'll begin that negotiation.
Can you safely navigate us to this realm?
Falkovnia should not be too difficult. I can take you to the edge of my domain, whereupon you can enter the mists and find yourself there without too much trouble.
What is her name?
Vledeska.
Vladeska.
Fladeska.
Vladeska.
A soldier, general of some military repute who has been waging war against my kind since her arrival in this blasted
I
demi-plane.
wish to give her this unmaking sword.
She cannot use it against me. She's far too busy dealing with the unending hordes of undead.
That you send to her.
I do no such thing. Now, Azalin Rex is perhaps more responsible, but as he's gone, the mindless hordes just throw themselves, throng after throng, forever. And to be honest with you, it's likely only a matter of another year or so before her entire domain is overturned. I cannot.
Insight.
Absolutely.
Looking for this being a truth, or he has an ulterior motive and this is his edge of power. 16 plus 14 is 30. And just to drive it home, I'll add that 3. So 33.
One thing that you know about all Dark Lords, as different as they all are, the one thing they all desire above everything else is to get out. Azalin Rex, the Lord of Darkon, has gotten out, and one of the things he tried to do was using a Death Shard. Perhaps Meridoth is interested in what the Death Shard could provide to him in terms of providing his own way out, at which point having a sword that could kill him in his possession, while it does prevent others from doing so, he would probably much rather have something that would focus his necromantic power to that of a lich's capabilities. Seems he is desiring this item and has found the perfect bargaining chip that would allow him to get it without nary an effort on his part.
What world do you hail from?
Mystara. Perhaps you've heard of it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Indeed.
This Vladesk, I believe, comes from some land called Krynn.
Fair enough. Love the place, love the plains.
we'll negotiate.
Very good. If that is all, a flurry of snow and ice swirls around you as you find yourself deposited within the mist's post width and off towards the zombified, desiccated corpse that is Falkovnia in the next session.
Ooh.